Why does life feel so heavy even when I'm doing everything right? Have you ever thought that to yourself? You're journaling, you're reading self help books, you're meditating, maybe you're even showing up for others with a smile on your face. But behind closed doors, you feel empty, you feel confused, and you even feel disconnected from who you used to be. Well, let me say this, out of the thousands of podcasts and videos online, this is one message that could change the trajectory of your life forever. Because today I'm sharing the mindset shift that cracked me wide open and finally set me free. And by end of this episode, I really hope it does the same for you. So segment number 1 is all about the funk when life does not feel like it is yours anymore. Let me take you back. For the last few years, it felt like I was riding these emotional roller coasters, few good days, few bad days, and where I felt inspired and energized, and other days I felt lost, I felt drained, I felt unsure of who I really was. And there were moments where I would cry for no reason. I was questioning my reality, my confidence, my purpose, and my worth, and what I'm supposed to do in this world. And let me tell you, it's not the best place to be in. If you felt that way, keep listening. And despite all the inner work that I was doing, I still felt so stuck. And the worst part is that I could not explain it to anyone. If someone ever asked me, "Hey, how are you doing?" and I wanted to be honest, I could not articulate it into words. That's how bad it got. I could not talk about it. I was confusing myself. The words did not make sense. I could not express properly. And I felt deeply, deeply disconnected from reality and from myself and from my body. And I felt so unsafe within me, and even my environment was not safe around me, it felt like. And it wasn't until I actually slowed down, I listened to my body, I listened to myself, and really tuned in and got honest with myself. That is when I uncovered the root of what was happening. That really brings me to the truth that changed it all. So, in segment number 2, which is the next segment that I'm going into, I'm talking about the truth bomb, which is the truth is, it is not your fault. It is not your fault how people mistreated you. It's not your fault what was happening around you that you had no control over. It was not your fault how you were raised when you had not even developed your skills yet, your brain yet, or even how to communicate things that were bothering you. And it was not your fault that you lacked emotional safety. It was not your fault that you had to shrink yourself to feel loved, to stay quiet to keep the peace, or even people please to survive. So many of us are carrying pain, habits, or beliefs that are not even ours to carry. They have simply been passed on. This is old conditioning and programming that you really need to get aware of, that it is not serving you and the life that you want to live. And we have inherited these stories from our childhood, from our culture, from our past relationships, the cultural society programming, and the society that convinced us that we are either too much or never enough. If no one has ever told you, I'm here to tell you that you are not to be blamed for what has happened to you, what has hurt you in the past. But this is where the shift happens. Even though it was not your fault, the shift is, it is your responsibility. You had no control over your upbringing. You had no control over what people were doing to you and how you were being mistreated. But let me tell you, it is definitely your responsibility to heal, to grow, and to create a life of your dreams. So it is your responsibility to protect yourself, to protect your peace, to take control over your life, to grow, to heal, and to become the person that you're meant to be. And so from this point forward, you are going to choose things, people, and environments that are going to best serve you and support you with the life that you want to live. And this is what I really mean by that. Taking responsibility does not mean that you start blaming yourself. It just means that you take your power back. You may have not poured the mess, but you, my friend, have the tools to clean it up. No one else can do it for you but yourself. So it also means that getting really honest with yourself and asking yourself questions like, who do I really want to become? What are some past beliefs, limiting beliefs that I need to let go of? What are some habits that are not serving me? Who are the people around me that are not supporting my life and, are not in alignment with the life that I want to live, are not in alignment with the values that you really, really, really stand by? And how do you create safety within yourself moving forward? So, let me offer you a quick framework that will help you become responsible and to take ownership of your life. Number one thing to change anything in the world is to become aware. Notice what are some patterns that are showing up that keep playing out in your life. Number two, you need to start accepting things for what they are. Honor your pain without shame. Just know that you're hurt, that something has bothered you, you feel betrayed, maybe something was not serving you in the past. Instead of fighting it and creating more resistance for yourself, accept the fact this has happened. Okay. There's a difference for what you think should have been than what it actually is. And the last part is, okay, it's very important. The first step is to really become aware, but awareness is not everything, right? For things to change, you have to start taking action. And this is the part where a lot of people get stuck. The action part is very important, and you don't need to overhaul your whole life all at once. You don't need to overwhelm yourself by taking massive actions all at once. You can start small. Start with small aligned actions and just watch the shifts that are going to take place in your life. And you just got to make one choice at a time. So every time you take responsibility for your healing, you become a very powerful version of yourself. Now, the last section is all about the comeback of becoming who you are meant to be in this lifetime. Okay. You need to become very honest with yourself and self aware. And what I need to leave you with this at the end of this episode is the version of you that has been silenced, that has been rejected, that has been abandoned in the past. They were just surviving. Okay. Have compassion for yourself. But just know that it is not enough to be aware. You need to take small, consistent action, and you need to ask yourself the version of you right now is the version of you that is becoming. And that becoming, the process of becoming, is a very powerful place to be in. And the reason is because you fall in love with the person that you are becoming. And you are in control of the things that you allow in your life. And that is the most amazing place to be in. You get to choose who you want to become. And isn't that the best thing to ever do? You have the choices that you can make. Maybe people in the past couldn't make those choices. The fact you do, it's a great place to be in. And your job is also not to carry your past forever because it is very draining. Take your past, take your pain, and transmute it into power, into wisdom, into purpose. Live a purposeful life. And you do not owe the world perfection. You owe yourself a comeback because you're not broken and you are not your past. You are becoming. And if this episode resonated with you, I want you to journal this one prompt, okay? And that is, what have I been carrying that was never mine to begin with? Okay? And I'm going to remind you, it is not your fault, but it is your responsibility to grow and to become the person you're meant to be, to heal. You could be carrying guilt for setting boundaries. You could have shame around your body, your voice, or personality. Maybe someone put you down consistently. Maybe you had beliefs from the past that you're never good enough or you're too much for others. And you're also not responsible for other people's emotions. Okay. You're responsible for your own emotions to take care of yourself. And then you can extend outwards. Okay. Maybe you have some limiting beliefs like you always have to put others first because you're a good person. But does that really make you a good person? And maybe you've been told that don't just talk about your emotions because you got to be strong. But let me tell you, are you really strong if you can't talk about your emotions? Maybe you've been told that you can't be happy and successful at the same time. Maybe your definition of success needs to be changed. Maybe there has been generational trauma that has been passed down, like gender roles or expectations that you really need to become aware of, and you need to break the cycle. And there's trauma and survival patterns too. Maybe you're very hyper independent. And the reason is because you couldn't rely on other people. Maybe people disappointed you, or maybe they did not have the capacity, right? And every time you needed help, no one showed up for you. So you're very hyper independent. You have a hard time receiving help or asking for help. That was something that I had to work really hard on because there's so many things that fell on my shoulders. And at times I felt like, well, I'm not going to ask anyone because they're going to disappoint me anyways. And that is a belief I had to change. No, there also are a lot of amazing people who have helped me. And sometimes people are helping you. You can't see it because you have this filter in front of you that, no one's going to help me. Right. And no one's helping me. No, people are showing up for you. So these are the things, beliefs that you really need to work on and the things that you don't need to carry moving forward. And so, if you're ready to take radical responsibility and rewrite your story, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and tell me what is one thing you're going to let go of today. And if this episode resonated with you, share this episode with someone who needs to hear it today. Make sure you give me a like, make sure you comment below, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I'm very, very grateful for you, my enriched community, for every single listener that keeps showing up. I just want to say, keep healing loud. We need you. We are united and we need to work on this together because we are healing the world. And I absolutely believe in you, and I will see you next time. And I'm sending you so much love and positive vibes. And I just can't wait to hear from you what you are ready to let go of. And let's make this year the best year ahead. We're just getting started. I have so much to share with you guys. I've had so much content that I still need to post. And I just came back from my trip from India. I was there for almost 2 weeks, and that was such a good time. It was very hectic, but we made it through. We did a lot of amazing things. I spent a lot of time with family, and this is what it's about. This is what my definition of success is: to be able to spend time with people that I adore and love, and to do the things that I absolutely enjoy doing. And I am so ready to help you navigate the challenges and to, go through life with me. And I'm here to support you, be an ally as well. I feel like there's so many cool things happening. There's so many supportive people out there. And it's just all about finding your people and be around people who are uplifting, who see what you want to do in this world, and just to be in alignment and be at the right place at the right time. And I'm going to sign off. Like I said, I'm sending you so much love and positive vibes. Take care, and I'll see you next time.